that's not happening. So our plan B is to record the concert and in hopes of being able to live stream it on. That's the plan. So without further ado, thank you for coming. Thank you for your patience and your understanding. We're here to celebrate the accomplishments of Miss Leslie Ann Samuels. After 4 years of studying at UVI, she's earned the privilege of doing her senior recital to graduate within the next couple of weeks. This is a wonderful and amazing accomplishment. I'm very, very happy for her because I watched her grow. Matter of fact, when I became the director of music, she came in as a freshman, so it's really good to see her develop in this process. I would like to thank you all for coming out. I'd like to acknowledge our UVI faculty, Professor Dogopolsky, our piano instructor who's been working with Ms. Samuels. I see Professor Reimer here, choir and piano instructor also, retired professor. Ms. Sandra James, thank you for coming out. Thank you very much. And I see Dr. Trotman back there. Thank you all. All of the UVI staff and faculty, thank you for coming out. And students, thank you for coming out and supporting your colleagues. So without further ado, I'd like to present Ms. Leslie Ann Samuels.
Everyone, it's on? Hello? Okay. Good evening. Okay, so despite everything that has happened to go differently, we are going to start. The first piece, it is my arrangement. It's called Hymns for the Soul. So I arranged this piece. It is made up of 3 well-known hymns. It doesn't matter if you're a believer or not, you have to know these hymns. The first one is Amazing Grace. The second is Great is Thy Faithfulness. And the last one is How Great Thou Art. I chose these hymns because they mean something to me. My journey throughout my 4 years has been, I don't want to say crazy, but it's been quite a ride. My first year, my actual first semester, we got Hurricane Irma and Maria. That was actually my first time being away from home. So it was a very trying time for me. I actually remember having conversations. At that time, Dr. Youngwright was my professor. I remember telling her I wanted to leave. I wanted to go back home to Antigua. I was going to start the following semester. And she really pushed me and told me, no, keep going. We're going to get through this. And me, I still wanted to leave. I was still telling my mom, get me out of here, first flight, let's go, I'm ready to bounce. But I stayed, and that was my first year. My second and my third year, I had issues with my health as well as issues with my mom's health. So both my sophomore and my junior year, that was happening. And in my 4th year now, we have a whole global pandemic happening, and I was just like, I really can't believe that all of this is happening for a piece of paper. I was like, this is so much. But despite the journey, it has been quite an enriching and fulfilling experience for me. I've been able to grow in many ways, and these songs really helped me a lot. A little bit about my background with arranging. So I was born in a Christian home, and my grandmothers, they have this station that they listen to, and it's called Radio Lighthouse. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it, but from the time you wake up, you will hear it. When you go to sleep, you will hear it. It's a Christian station. And they used to have lots of instrumentals where they would take hymns or choruses and just arrange them in crazy, interesting ways. And little did I know that just by me being in the house that I was in, that it would wake up my ears to getting into arranging. So even when I became the pianist at my church, I often, during offertory, when they would collect the offering, I would take a hymn or a chorus and just arrange it in any special way that I'd like. And that's where that really started to grow. So when I brought this project to Sherwin, he's accompanying me today on this first piece. We worked on it, and It really means a lot to me, especially the second hymn, Great is Thy Faithfulness. I really do see God's hand in my journey here for my 4 years. I really do see how He has provided and kept me in a stable mind and a good, healthy body. And even through the pandemic now, I've been tested every month for school, and I've been negative every time. And I really don't believe that all of that is coincidence. I don't think it's luck or chance. I think God has really helped me through this journey. So when I actually play this piece today, it's actually one of my favorite pieces. And it, for me, it's just a way of giving thanks and praise to God, the first piece, and just opening up my recital like this is the best way I saw it. So I do hope that you enjoy this first piece a lot. I hope you enjoy all of them, but this is how I'm going to start my recital. So this one is Hymns for the Soul. Testing. Hello? It's on? Okay. At this time, we'll take an intermission so I can catch myself. Just 15 minutes, and we'll be back with the other half. So thank you so far. Thank you for everyone who's come out so far. I hope you've been enjoying it. After this break, we'll have the last section. Thank you so much. Okay, so this next piece is a bit more special and near and dear to me. I actually composed this piece for a late friend of mine. When I first moved to St. Thomas in 2017, my music professor back home, Marianne O'Reilly was her last name back then. Many of you may know her, but Marianne Byron is her name. She set me up with one of her good friends whose name was Roy Fret, and she basically told them, okay, this is like my daughter. I'd like you guys to take care of her during these 4 years. Please look out for her. You know, anything she needs, help her out. And I call them like my aunt and uncle. My aunt is sitting here right now, Kendra, she's here. But unfortunately, this year, unexpectedly, we suffered the loss of Roy. And I wrote this piece for him in memory of him. Um, it was really sudden and unexpected. I didn't even believe it the first time that I heard it. And it really hit me hard because he was so supportive of me and my degree and everything that was happening. I remember in the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic hit, I was asked to be the pianist at, can't remember, Christ Church, I think, the Methodist church where they had the choirs combined, and I had to play for one of the choirs. And he actually took me to that event. He was my ride that day, and we were talking about what would happen next semester, which is this semester. And I remember on the ride, we were talking about how he was so excited to come to my senior recital. And he was always such a supportive and kind person. I remember many times going to the cafeteria. He spent many afternoons having lunch in there with his friends. And whenever I saw him, I would always leave my friends and tell them, I'll catch up with you guys. I'm gonna go sit down and talk to him. We'd always talk, have a nice conversation. And in 2021, this year, when I came back, I was on quarantine before I was able to be out and about again. And I remember the day that I got my negative results. That was the same day that I last saw him. We was coming out of the coming to the elevator, and his wife was in the building at the time. He was going to have lunch with her, and he was like, "Hi, you're back. I didn't even realize you're back." I said, "Yes, I was on quarantine, but I'm here now." He said, "Good. So now we'll be able to catch up and probably sit down and have lunch or do something." I was like, "Of course, yes. I'm ready for it." And then a few days later, I got that news. So ever since then, since the start of this semester, I have been diligently working to compose this piece for Roy. I know that he's up above watching, and I hope that he listens to this piece and knows that I really appreciate how he and his wife have been taking such great care of me. I miss him. I miss seeing him. And this piece is called For Roy. can't believe I'm at the end of the program. So this is the last piece of the recital. This piece is called Toccata, and it's by Aram Khachaturian. So this piece, I got this piece last year in December, and when my professor gave this piece to me, I told her I wasn't doing it. It was crazy. It sounded like confusion to me. I wasn't appreciating the beauty of it. It kind of sounded like the year 2020. It was just wild, unexpected, crazy, and I was just like, where is this going? So immediately, I kind of had a closed mind to it, and I was like, I don't want to do this piece. Anyway, thankfully, I have professors in my life who push me beyond my limits and push me beyond what I'm comfortable with, which is great because today, this is actually one of my favorite pieces. And when I play this piece, I like to really think about the year 2020, because in as much as it was madness and craziness and unprecedented things, which you will hear in the piece, I was able to find a love for the piece. I was able to find some beauty in it, just like how many of us were able to find some beauty in what 2020 brought us. So this piece will take you on a ride. I'll give you a heads up now, but stay with me. Thank you for being here and for staying thus far, but this is the final piece, and I really hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy it.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for a wonderful performance, Ms. Samuels. I have one presentation for you, if you don't mind. Okay. So, every year, the university gives out a number of degrees, degrees, but awards for students that have done amazing things and amazing accomplishments. And I watched this young lady grow and develop and been very consistent in her academic delivery throughout her time here at UVI. And this performance is if it's any type of demonstration of what's going to happen in the future, she's heading for great things. So that being said, I would like to give this special award to Ms. Leslie Ann Samuels, the University of the Virgin Islands College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences present the Music Award to Ms. Leslie Ann Samuels for demonstrating academic excellence during the 2021 academic year with a 3.92 GPA, the highest in the music department. Thank you very much.
Okay, so it's over. I'm so happy. At this time, I'd like to do some tokens of appreciation, some votes of thanks for some people who really made this recital possible. You can help me? You can help me? Okay, so I have tokens for certain professors. The first one is for Mr. Parson, so I'll ask him to come back up, please. Okay, so Mr. Parson has been very helpful, especially with this final stage of my recital. There are many times when I would knock on his office door and we would talk about how my program is coming, things he thinks I should do that would make the program better, just to, be as professional as possible and to make the recital really come together. He really has been a great help, and I would not have been able to get this far without his help, so thank you to Mr. Parson. Okay, so this one is for my piano professor, Dr. Dolgopolsky. So I actually have had several professors. I've had, I think, 3 different professors. I seem to have gotten a new one every year. So when I started, first I had Dr. Youngwright, then I had Dr. Dolgopolsky, but then I had Dr. Mascot, and then I came back to her. So I think we ended it the right way with her. So I want to say a special thank you to her. I happen to be a stubborn student. I know at times I may have tested her patience, and sometimes when things seem hard, I just don't want to do them. But I want to thank her for always pushing me and believing in me. She sometimes believed in me more than I believed in myself, and I'm truly appreciative of you and the hard work that you've put into me. And for sure, I wouldn't have been able to play these pieces today and put on a recital without you. So thank you so much. Okay, so this next one is for my brother, Sherwin. It even has a nice congrats grad bag because we're graduating. So this one is for him. So Sherwin and I, we have a good thing going on. This is my brother right here. I would not have made it through my 4 years without Sherwin. When we met, we connected, and as the years went by, it just got better and better. The two of us are actually RAs, and we actually deal with the same hall. So he lives on the 3rd floor, and I'm right above him. So we have laughed, cried, gotten deep, talk about deep things, go for food. I mean, the works. This is the definition of a brother right here. I couldn't have asked for better. And I just wanted to bless him with this, because throughout my time, he's blessed me with so many other things. So the least I could do is show him how much I appreciate him. And of course, especially for our piece that we did for this recital. So with much, much love and appreciation, thank you for UVI that we met, because I'm really glad to have a brother like you. So thank you. Okay, so I'm not sure if this person is here, but Miss Joseph, that's Kyla's mom. Miss Davis, do you know if she's here? You're not sure? Miss Joseph? No? Okay, I'll get it to her. But she helped me with my programs, the wonderful programs you're holding. She helped to print them. So I just like to acknowledge her. Even though she's not here, I will get this to her. But big thanks to her, because she helped me with my programs and printing them, and they came out so lovely. So I just wanted to say thank you to her. Okay, so this one is for Miss Davis, so you can come on down. Miss Davis and I actually only met this year, and strange enough, the connection that we've had is amazing. She's actually the professor who I work with for my student teaching. So my student teaching is where throughout the semester I would do basically student teaching, like work on educating students. It's that educational component of the degree, and she was who I was paired with. And we just clicked really well. We've had some really great times with the students. I'm not even sure if my students are here. I'm looking for Peter's face, and I don't see him, so it will be me and him later. Anyway, so Miss Davis and I clicked, and funny thing, she actually called Sherwin her son. So let's do a little genealogy here. I just said Sherwin is my brother. So that kind of makes her like my mom. And it's been a short time, but it's been a lovely time. And I hope that even though we only met now, that even when I continue, when I go back home and stuff and plan to come back, that we'll continue to have a great relationship. So I just want to say thank you. She actually wrote my bio, so that lovely bio that you read, she did that for me. And she just helped me a lot of times when I needed tips for practicing or tips for calming down, which she had to do a lot of, because I can get quite tense sometimes. So I just really want to show my appreciation, and thank you so much for working with me, and I really hope you enjoy this token.
Well, I'm here. As she said, we met this year, student teaching, and she was miraculous in the fact that she got my children to sing via the Teams platform, and I couldn't get them to do that before she came. I don't know what she told them, but it worked. So for that, I thank you. Her dedication was so much. Her student teaching thing ended on Thursday, and we had the first in-person class yesterday, and she came out. So to show her dedication, you're going to go a lot of places doing that, okay? So on behalf of the choir children that aren't here, we have a little token for you, and I hope you enjoy using it.
So this one is Miss Donadell. She was my professor for theory 4 and format analysis and orchestration and arranging. So I did 3 courses with her. And Miss Donadel is a really special person. She's molded me a lot, especially when it comes to my arrangements. She saw things in me that I didn't see in myself, and she was able to bring them out of me in ways I was unsure of how to bring them out. So even as recently, she actually blessed me by allowing the piece that I orchestrated and arranged back in 2020 to be the piece on the commencement ceremony played by the concert band. That was my first time ever arranging for full concert band. And you know, when you do something for the first time, it can be messy or problematic. She never shut me down. She never told me, okay, this is bad, or, you know, crushed my spirit. She always encouraged me, and she always told me, you have a lot of interesting things in your head, and I want to bring them out. And I just want to tell her thank you so much. It was such a surreal feeling to actually watch the concert band perform my arrangement of Whitney Houston's One Moment in Time. And I hope if you tune into the commencement ceremony that you would be able to listen to that. But I just really appreciate her so much. You know, we have a lot of jokes, we have a lot of fun times together, and I just appreciate her so much. And she's telling me to wrap it up, so I'm gonna stop. Thank you, Ms. Donadel. Okay, this one is for Miss Reimer. So she has been my choir director from since I started. Only when the pandemic hit, we got a different instructor. But she's like my mom. I know you're probably saying I have too many moms, but that's okay. It's good people who take good care of me. And I really just want to show her some love. We do stuff even beyond academics. She's a great choir conductor, and I've had a lot of fun times with her choir. And even personal times, go by her house, just talk to her, tell her what's going on with me. You know, Thanksgiving was definitely at her house for the food because it was really good. She's just a special person to me, and she means a lot to me, and I'm sad that I won't be able to be here much longer with her. But I just want to show her some appreciation and love today, so Miss Reimer. Okay, so this last one is for Dr. Trotman. He taught me most of my music education courses. I've really had a great time and connection with him. He's really opened up my mind to music education specifically, much more than performance. And we've had great talks and conversations about my future, where I'd like to go. He's given me so many insightful things when it comes to educating students musically, and I just want to show my appreciation for him. He's been a very dedicated professor. Anytime I needed him for anything, he was there. Oftentimes he allowed me to participate in his church's musical happenings. I did get the opportunity to play for some choirs with him through his church, and for those opportunities and just being a student of his, I'm very grateful. Okay, the last one is for Mr. Jones. He's the one who's running our sound and audio as well as the live. He's busy upstairs, so he will get that later, but I just want to say thank you so much for coming out to help me. I know we had some technical issues, but thank you so much for coming out and assisting me with making my recital come through. I don't know if the live is still happening, but I would like to give a shout out to, my piano professor back home, Miss Marianne Byron. I wouldn't be able to even be doing this degree without her. She really pushed me to keep doing music even when I thought of it as just an extracurricular activity. I definitely did not want to study music. I definitely wanted to be a doctor, and I was going full force with that for years, like years. But as you probably read in my bio, things changed and turned around, and here I am standing in front of you at the end of my music education degree. So I just want to tell her a shout out, tell you thank you so much, appreciate you and love you. And I would also like to shout out Mrs. Linda Connor. She actually donated and helped me with the refreshments that we will have at the end. So I just want to say thank you to you, thank you to your family. You guys have been so supportive of me ever since I came into your lives, and I really love and appreciate all of you. So thank you so much. That is all that I have for tokens of appreciation. Thank you to my RA team who came out and supported me today. They're in the back. Thank you to my boss, she was here earlier. Thank you to my friends who I see mixed in between the audience, my aunt Kendra, my friends over there again. Thank you so much for the love and support. I really appreciate all of you being here. And if I missed anyone by accident, I want to tell you thank you for supporting me, loving me, and I appreciate you so much. So that concludes our recital for today. We do have the refreshments in the back. Like I said, they are prepackaged, because of COVID. So just feel free to grab some things on your way out. Again, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you for being here.